Hi, it's Tanya from My Forking Life. I'm back again testing out my Ninja Foodi. So this time I decided I wanted to try something a little bit different than chicken. I'm going to try pork carnitas. They have a recipe for pork carnitas in the recipe book that comes with the Foodi machine. I looked at it. It looks really good, but I didn't have some of the ingredients that they had, so I went ahead and put together my own little mixture, and I'm going to try it out and see if it works. So right here I've got 2 pounds of pork butt meat that has been cut in about 2-inch pieces. I've got 1 orange. I squeeze out the juice of that orange, and I place the squeezed orange in there. Make sure you wash your produce, the outside of it, before you go ahead and do this. That's just what you should do. I've also got a whole onion that I just peeled, washed, cut in half, and then I've got 6 cloves of crushed garlic. I also threw a little bit of I also put some cumin in there, as well as some salt and some oregano and about half a cup of chicken broth. But if this works out, no worries. I will post the recipe down here in the section where I can put info. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you see, I've put all my ingredients in the pressure cooker insert. I'm going to go ahead and take the pressure cooker cover and cover it. As y'all can see, that cover went on so easy and smooth. I usually have trouble covering most of my pressure cookers, but this cover is pretty easy. You see my valve is set to vent. We don't want that. We want it to be set to seal. So make sure we set that to seal. And then we're going to go ahead and put our timer on. So this is the front of the Ninja Foodi unit. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. And once we turn it on, since we've put our pressure cooker lid on, as you can see, the pressure cooker type functions are the ones that light up. We're going to go ahead and press pressure, and we're going to cook this on high pressure. If I wanted to adjust this, I could check the temp to low, but we're going to do high pressure for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go to time and change that, and then I'm going to press start. Now, as you can see, that's indicating to me that I'm using the pressure cook function. This little box here that's going around, that's going to keep doing that until my machine reaches pressure and the 20-minute clock starts to count down. Most of the recipes that I've tried have taken about 15 minutes to come to pressure. I'm going to go ahead and start my clock to see exactly how long these pork carnitas take to come to pressure. So I shall be back. Hey y'all, so I was supposed to be paying attention, but then I kind of got on the computer and got distracted. Anyways, it took about 12 minutes to get to pressure. That's me guesstimating, because by the time I looked at my clock, this clock had already started. But either way, once it reaches pressure, your clock is going to start down. These carnitas took about 12 minutes, which isn't too bad. It's going to always depend on what's in your Instapot as far as how long it will take to rise to pressure. But I'm going to go ahead and let this clock run out, and I'll be back. Alright, so my timer for my pressure cook stuff went off, so I'm going to go ahead and press the stop button so that timer can stop, and I'm going to go ahead and release my pressure. So to release the pressure, we're going to go ahead and turn that sealing to venting. The good thing about these newer pressure cookers is that this, I'm not even going to really even test it that much, but this will not open if it's full of pressure, which is why these are considered safer than your old school pressure cookers. But I'm going to go ahead and set the sealing to vent. Alright, did you see that little red button pop back down? That basically means that all my pressure has been released, so I can now open the top. See how easily it turns now, because it's safe to open. A lot of steam is going to come out, so be careful. And hopefully the steam clears so you can see it. But that's what we have so far. So big chunks of meat and the orange and the onion have basically kind of disintegrated. But we are not done with these carnitas yet. I'm going to go ahead and get some tongs and remove these big old vegetable cuts. So I'll be back. All right, so I've done a couple of things. I've removed those big old pieces of onion and orange out of this and just left the pork. And I'm now going to go ahead and use these tongs to kind of separate that pork a little bit. And I'm going to saute this with the saute function and have some of this liquid cook out. So let me go ahead and put the phone down so I can go ahead and shred this meat with these tongs. Okay, so it all hasn't been shredded up completely yet, but as you can see, I've kind of shredded it up just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and set the saute function on, and I'm going to let the saute function do its work for probably about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll be back. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and set these on saute. So we're going to press the sear saute button. You see it's set on high. I want to take that down to medium high and press start. And that's going to start heating up the saute part, or I guess the bottom of the Ninja Foodi. All right, so here's a quick picture of my carnitas sauteing. Like I said, I'm going to let this run for about 10 to 15 minutes to let that water evaporate some before I do the broil function. So I'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'll probably stir it a few times just to get that pork to shred just a little bit more. When I tried to shred it earlier, it was shredding. It just wasn't as easy because it's not, you know, completely done at this point. So I'll be back. All right, y'all. I'm trying to wave away the smoke so you can see how much this has reduced. It's been about 15 minutes on medium high. I've been stirring it occasionally with my tongs. You can see that liquid's pretty much non-existent. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the saute function. So I'm gonna pop down here and just press the stop button. That's gonna turn off that saute function. And I'm gonna go ahead and close my lid on the top. You see, still sizzling, but I'm just gonna go ahead and close that, my air fryer lid. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start my broiler process. So in order to set the broiler, I'm just gonna press broil here, and I'm gonna reduce that 10-minute time down to 8 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Now, the great thing about air fryers in general is that you can, as opposed to the pressure cooker, you can actually check on your food while it's cooking. So at about 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and just open the lid just to get an idea of what it looks like. And if it's crispy enough for me, then I can stop it at 5 minutes. But, you know, and if it's not, I can shut it and it will continue cooking at that same temperature. So I will be back at 5 minutes so you guys can see what it looks like. So I just opened the lid, y'all, and y'all hear that crispy? See the little black charcoal things on the meat? It's crisping up really nicely. My goodness. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. This Ninja Foodi thing it's nice. Oh. Okay, I hope you guys caught that. Once my timer went off, it said cool, then done, then it turns off. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the top. You hear that sizzle, and do you see those carnitas? Those are perfect, nice and crispy, all made in the Ninja Foodi. I didn't have to take it out. This is beautiful, y'all. I'm gonna make some tacos with this. We'll probably do taco bowls because I don't have any tortillas now, so I'm gonna make some rice and serve it over with the bowls. Ooh, and I got black beans. So yeah, second meat or second thing I made in the Ninja Foodi, a success. I'm gonna make sure that I link to the exact recipe that I use as far as what I use to make these carnitas, but they're good. I tried them earlier when I was cheating, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a piece and eat it. I'm gonna have to put the phone down, y'all, because I can't do both hands. Hold on, I'll be back. Oh my gosh. That's good. Perfect. Worth it. All right. Bye, y'all. It was good.